Oui, on peut faire de très...
Yes, it's possible to do great things in this country. Yes, money can be made here. We simply have to put an end to the idiocies printed in the news.
What is the basis for France's reputation in the world's industrial circles? What observers underline social or fiscal constraints, the world's major groups in high technology have maintained or strengthened their businesses in France, in the heart of Europe. It is proof that in terms of profitability, advantages are greater than disadvantages. 5 world-renowned CEOs with firms located on France's Atlantic coast describe their experience. We went to Delphi in La Rochelle, second leading company worldwide in the new technology of the diesel common rail. Motorola, whose factory in Angers is specialized in motor electronics. Cerep, near Poitiers, a world leader in specific fields of biotechnology and medicine. Scania, one of the leading European truck manufacturers. CCC in Châtellerault, who utilizes the latest ceramic technologies for aeronautics. First advantage, assistance during the implementation process.
La question s'est posée, bien sûr, à la décision.
The question was raised, of course, when the company was set up as to where it would be located. One option was Germany. The other was Châtellerault in France, close to SNICMA Services, a company specialized in technologies related to superalloys. Finally, the partners made the decision based on the amount of financial support that the company would receive from the local authorities, the government, and the European community. With all this taken into account, it was decided to settle in Châtellerault.
Les dossiers présentés ont fait que Châtellerault a été retenu.
Je suis très impressionné par la...
I'm very impressed with the attitude of the local elected representatives, as well as the appointed government officials.
Pour tout ce qui concerne les subventions...
As far as financial aid is concerned, at the same time we were getting financial aid, we were also helped with filling out the official forms, the reports, and following their progress.
Et l'accompagnement.
Au niveau support dans la région,
we received a lot of support in the area, especially from the city council. We felt welcome and got a lot of help learning about the French culture, carrying out our recruiting, and starting the training process. Therefore, we're very happy with the structures here. The support from local authorities and the federal government is absolutely remarkable.
Unanimous satisfaction, the quality of human resources in the area.
quand on a un assemblage final.
When dealing with final assembling, as we do, what makes the difference between us and the others? It's the people, your fellow workers. Very quickly, Motorola became aware that the quality of the French engineers and technicians was far above average, and this fact greatly compensated for the socialized environment generally considered a handicap throughout the world. As a matter of fact, we have very few low-skilled laborers, as technically, we use high-performance equipment. But we found the people we needed here in the area, both in number and quality. You can find very good people right here in the Anjou region. And usually, we don't have to look any further for our recruiting, except for Swedish people, of course. Of course, labor is expensive here, but it's regular, consistent, and I have statistics that are proof of what I'm saying. There's very low absenteeism. People come to work, and while they're here, within the 35-hour-a-week frame we have to comply with, they really work. If you have a good attitude, you can always get the training. It works really well here. We're very happy with the people we work with. Consistency, hardworking people, and also with a sense of innovation, with the ability to improve their work tools. This is something I've rarely seen in other countries.
A pleasant region, the west of France benefits from infrastructures adapted to their development.
It's a fact that recruitment is a key word for us. We need highly skilled scientists, scientists on an international level, and we have to find good incentives for them to come here. We can emphasize the advantages that the area of Poitou-Charentes offers for those who don't want to live in Paris.
La région de La Rochelle est attrayante et puis chaque fois
The area around La Rochelle is attractive, and each time we have an opening for a new executive position, we actually have the choice between the best applicants.
Aujourd'hui, Châtellerault, 300 km de Paris.
Châtellerault is only 300 kilometers away from Paris, now only an hour and a half by TGV train, a 2.5-hour drive. It really is a convenient spot for us, and much more pleasant than Paris, without the environmental problems, the heavy traffic, the commuting, the noise, etc. I think it's a great choice.
Je pense que c'est un très très bon choix.
In spite of the social environment, companies organize their flexibility and make their investments profitable.
When we opened the company, we immediately adopted the 35-hour work week.
On a pensé ça va être dur en comparaison.
We thought it would be difficult for us, compared with the other Scania units in Europe.
Mais on a bien travaillé.
But we did a good job in terms of quality and production costs. And now, we're doing well, even with the 35-hour schedule.
Nous avons adapté les horaires de production.
We adjusted our production time to the 35-hour week, and we hired the people that we needed to get the plant going without any problems.
Sans problème.
Il faut savoir qu'on a quand même investi une centaine.
You must realize that we invested about 100 million euros to transform the plant.
Avec 35 heures,
And clearly, the 35-hour schedule couldn't make our investments profitable. That's why we decided to open production 7 days a week.
on travaille 7 jours sur 7.
On a réussi ensemble.
Our staff and management together worked out a system based on shifts. We might be the only research lab around the world to work on 2 8-hour shifts. One team comes early in the morning, working on the plant's machines, which is very expensive equipment and a very heavy investment. But we make more out of it during a day of work, since now there are 2 shifts, one working in the morning and the other in the afternoon.
C'est ça qui nous a permis en fait de compenser.
That is what enabled us to compensate for the 35-hour work week, which would have meant lower production and an overpriced workforce. But the adjustment to a 7-day work week allowed us to make even better use of our initial investment.
On a une très très bonne flexibilité, je pense.
The flexibility here is excellent, I think. We're very happy with it. The best in Europe.
Each company, in its own way, has created a set of social relations based on smooth negotiations.
Pour nous, c'est important travailler avec.
It's important for us to work together with the unions as partners. Otherwise, we'd never succeed. And I don't think the rates are so high, 10–15%. In Sweden, they're 90%.
Plus qu'un pays, chaque entreprise a quand même sa culture. Alors,
It's not just the country. Each company has their own culture. At Sarep today, we have over 350 employees, and not one of them is part of the union. But the fact is, we did have to register a few of our employees in order to implement the 35-hour work week. Sarep, in fact, is the one who paid the membership fee for those employees.
On n'a jamais eu une grève ici.
We've never had a strike here. We try and work things out with the unions through discussion and negotiations. And so far, we've had no problems.
In conclusion, companies, notably in high technology fields, thrive on the Atlantic coast.
L'idée qu'on ne puisse pas faire de la production en France est une idée stupide.
The notion that you can't run a business in France is simply ridiculous, especially in the high-tech fields. Maybe you would be better off in another country if you were making sweaters or shirts. But there are entire areas of production that don't need to be delocalized.
Qui n'ont pas besoin de délocaliser.
Faire de l'argent, comme vous dites, en France, est
Making money, as you put it, is possible in France. Not one of our American competitors has succeeded in making a profit, whereas our plant has been successful since the year 2000. From 2000 to 2002, we've had 3 years of continuous operational growth.
Les Américains ne restent pas ici parce que c'est la France. Ils restent ici parce qu'on a
American companies don't stay here because it's in France. They stay here because they find skilled people that they can't find elsewhere. Because we've managed to reinvent the production and development process. And because we're close to our French and European clients.
de toutes les sociétés de notre secteur.
Of all the companies in our field, Sarep is the only one making a profit. We finished this year with over 10%, even though we had made heavy investments. Last year, we invested 40% of the annual turnover into research and development.
On y gagne de l'argent, nos sociétés en France.
We make money in France. Motorola France is one of the rare foreign units that got through the years 2000 to 2002 without losing money. We didn't make a profit, but we didn't lose anything, which can't be said for others who had disastrous records.
Dans nos industries.
Je peux dire qu'après 10 ans ici, quand on fait une...
All I can say, as a conclusion, is that after 10 years working here, we've never once regretted the choice.